Blaze and I'm a student at St. Bede's. Together, I worked with Erica and Zach to make our STEM Mad project, Robopet. Animals in general are a large part of our lives, providing us with companionship. Sadly, animal abuse among children is prevalent, with estimates of up to 44% of children mistreating an animal at some point within their childhood. There is no hope to preventing these tragedies outside of education and awareness. Therefore, we have developed a product to help educate young children about the proper treatment of animals.
In previous studies where children have been exposed to Abo, Sony's robotic dog, children were more likely to attribute animacy and feelings towards it than a stuffed dog. Further, though the children knew it wasn't a real animal, that didn't stop them from treating the robot as though it was a real dog. We ideate that presenting kids with an object that they can perceive like a real dog will provide them the chance to learn positive interaction skills to utilise in future animal encounters. This concept of a Robopet would be designed to be implemented in a preschool or early education setting where children have the opportunity to learn positive interaction behaviours.
There are 4 core systems in place in order to determine if children are being rough or nasty. These are sight, position, touch, and sound. Sight comes from 2 LiDAR sensors which emit light and detects its reflection and then calculate the distance from the time that takes. Position is determined by numerous inertial sensors located in different key positions around the body. These are able to detect their own rotation and acceleration and are used in conjunction with the other sensors to be able to compute the body's posture and overall acceleration. Then, touch is felt by pairs of tactile sensors which can tell if children are being too rough, and sound is detected with microphones in case children are too loud.
There are 2 ways Robopet can alert children if their actions would affect a real animal. One of these are light up blue eyes. Children will recognize that the blue represents sadness and crying and will instantly cease any and all behavior pertaining to the actions causing the response to occur. The other feedback is through the sound Robopet is able to make when it is being mistreated. The Golden Retriever model was chosen due to the breed being universally loved, and the use of antimicrobial faux fur to make the Robopet more hygienic in a preschool setting. These design choices are intended to make the robot seem more familiar and assist children in engaging with it.
After coming up with many ideas, we eventually settled on Robopet. We then were faced with the challenge of how it would work and what parts it would need. This involved a lot of research, utilizing over 10 sources, so we ended up with some very disorganized OneNotes, but an idea for all the components we needed. Then it came to modeling a prototype using these beauties as references for the structure and proportions, and eventually we created the Robopet in all of its glory.
And so, through using Robopet, children have the capacity to learn correct behaviors when interacting with animals through a form that brings no harm to any living creatures. With this, the rate of animal abuse at the hands of children will be diminished, and a safer, more positive environment for animals will be promoted, protecting our furry friends.